Here we are. This is the all-new iPhone XS and the all-new iPhone XS Max. They just got announced today at Apple in Cupertino, and they look exactly like the iPhone X, except this one has a new gold color. And of course, the XS Max is a little bit bigger. But honestly, if you weren't seeing them side by side, it doesn't look that huge. It's not a huge giant surfboard like the old iPhone Pluses were. So the big features to know about this one here, the regular iPhone XS, has a 5.8-inch screen, but the XS Max has a 6.5-inch screen. They are, of course, OLED. They're Super Retina displays, and they are, they feel great. They don't slip out of the hand. They look really good. The screens are really fast. They have 120 hertz refresh rate, so everything can move around really fast. They have better sound, so there are louder, wider stereo speakers on the top and the bottom, so when you're watching a movie, they sound better. They also fully support HDR, so if we can go in here, see if we've got any videos. Right here, you can look at a video. You can see, of course, it looks pretty good. It does, of course, have the notch because it supports Face ID. Face ID is improved on this device. It's a little bit faster. The secure enclave that supports Face ID is a little bit faster. Of course, I'm not paired to this thing, so I don't have that, but I can't show you that. But I can, of course, show you an emoji. That guy's not me. We'll look at that. An emoji, of course, works. So that exists. But the other thing to know about these is they have better water and dust resistant. They're full IP68. But the big news here are the cameras, as it always is with the S model. So on the back, you've got dual 12 megapixel cameras. But Apple's done some of the machine learning work that Google's already done on the Pixel to make them faster and better. So if I open up the camera app here, you can see, of course, we can go into portrait mode here, and we'll take a picture. It's detecting his face here. We'll just take a portrait mode, or we can just do it myself. Hey, portrait mode. But what's interesting is when you go to edit the photo, you are able to change the f-stop here so that you can customize how much bokeh you want. And so you can see it's really blurry in the background there, and then it sharpens way up when you open up all the way there. So that's pretty impressive. We'll discard those changes though, save that photo for somebody else. The chip is an A12 Bionic, and that means it's fast, of course. And so if we were to open up one of these games, here's one of the games I demoed on stage called Blades. And it's going to take a second to load, but once it comes, the graphics are, very smooth, and the lighting effects here are very impressive too. So we can just kind of look around there. Turns out I don't know how to play this game. Oh, you just tap on the dude. Let's go kill this zombie. Kill the zombie. Hooray. Other internals worth noting, you can get up to 512 gigs of storage on this thing, which is just a ton of storage. It also has a dual SIM system. So there's a single SIM card here, but it also has an eSIM, which means that you can have two carriers active at once, which is not something that most other phones can do. You might know the Google Pixel 2 has an eSIM and a regular SIM, but it can't have both active at the same time, so that's really nice. And I guess the last thing to mention about internals, it does have faster LTE, which is kind of a big deal. And Apple is saying battery life is a little bit better, about a half an hour longer on the 10 and maybe a little bit more on the XS Max. But it's not a revolutionarily long battery life. These phones are going to cost $999 for the small one, and this one starts at $1,099 for the bigger one. And they come out on the 21st. You can start pre-ordering on the 14th. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. This has been a crazy, packed, hands-on event. We're going to have way more coverage of all of the iPhone news and all of the Apple Watch news, so keep it locked to The Verge.